Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, you guys already know the deal. If you guys could hit that like button, it does help the channel grow immensely, and you guys already know that I always greatly appreciate that. So with that being said, let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So these prices that we're seeing on the board right now are probably going to be extremely different by the time that you guys are watching this. I'm currently recording at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will be going up around 2:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on 3/29/2022. So just to give you guys that quick warning ahead of time, I am looking forward to seeing that little Bitcoin pullback somewhere between like that. It could be 45K. Like realistically speaking, I'm looking for a deeper correction to like around 40.8K, where a lot of the support is in that daily demand. But obviously, wherever we do head to, it doesn't even matter because I'm looking at the macro viewpoints here, baby. Because XRP looks like it's going to have an incredible year ahead, especially when we are talking about, a settlement possibly being, in store for us by around September. So with that being said, let's move on and let's talk about a few things. So shout out to Credible Crypto for this incredible Bitcoin chart. We're seeing, in all seriousness, the fifth wave should be similar to the first and third wave in that once we get going, pullbacks will be shallow and it will essentially be an up only for a number of months. Not really a new paradigm, just the result of expansion after a long consolidation period. And here we have that wave 1, wave 3, and here's that wave 5. Now, I've always said, around like that 120 to 150K level is my target point for Bitcoin. This is like basically right in between those levels. So shout out to him. Very incredible chart as well, by the way. But ultimately, yes, I mean, this is exactly what we want. We want to have that Bitcoin season, which will lead us to that alt season, similar to 2017, 2018, as we guys do see back here. And guess what? That means XRP is going to have an absolute blast, literally. When we are looking at the chart, I've addressed this 236 level of about almost 93 cents. We really want to break out of that. That is multi-year resistance, as you guys do see on the chart. Also, how bullish is this chart? I mean, realistically speaking, even those lows that we hit during the SEC lawsuit, it was massive support going back to like March of 2018 and April of 2018. It's actually pretty funny how things work like that. And then, right now, currently the January lows and the February lows is multi-year support yet again. It's pretty crazy. But for the most part, I am watching these, reaches in terms of the fib levels. I mean, guys, if we see a settlement, this could easily go to like $30. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. But again, I've always said $10 to $15 looks like a fair level to really kind of address. Maybe this even almost $13 range to about like $15. You also have to think about it like this: if there's going to be that much capital in Bitcoin, just imagine the altcoin rotation that's going to happen. I mean, this could easily go to $20 plus per XRP, which is insane because when we're talking about even at our current prices now, I'm not going to say here and or sit here and say like, hey, I got into XRP at like 2 cents or anything like that. No, absolutely not. But I did buy a significant amount at 20 cents during the SEC lawsuit, and of course during 2021. But, if we are talking about this going to like $20, we're looking at a 2,217% increase in price. And at the high end of like $30, you're looking at like over 3,000% of an increase in price, which is insane from our current levels. So again, there's a ton of ROI still left in XRP, and even at those bare minimum targets of like $10 to $15 or like even $8, right? Because I know that there's some lower target frames that people want to like get out at so that they have almost like zero risk. Even to $8, it's almost 1,000% of an increase in price. So again, XRP, definitely one to watch for if you guys haven't been watching it already. Also, by the way, I know that like this level here that I'm going off of is a little bit different, but this is the coin market cap all-time high. I'm not going off the top of this candle simply because all-time highs are completely different. Like I could even go off of like $3.84. And things will look a little bit different on the chart. So here you guys have that. Like I said, it's all different every single way that you look at it. But again, the only thing that really kind of changes too much is like the higher time frame targets. Now, with all this in mind, I do want to talk to you guys about a lot of exciting things happening within the Ripple ecosystem as well. I love when they do these like little breakdowns of their customers, because it really kind of shows you the potential behind RippleNet. Of course, if they leverage it with XRP, but we do see by leveraging RippleNet solutions, Azimo shortened their payment settlement times from 24 hours to an average of 22 seconds. Now, just imagine if they were utilizing XRP, because they're not utilizing XRP, because if they would, this would be 3 to 5 seconds instead of 22 seconds. But still, very significant, impact in terms of settlement times. Now, I like that they did link to the RippleNet page. Obviously, they would, but I love the fact that they did this, because I want you guys to understand that when they are utilizing XRP with RippleNet, the efficiencies are so much greater. But it really shows you the demand of RippleNet so far. I want this to be updated on the daily. I really wish that somebody, and this is like for somebody out there that is a developer, would make a live, viewpoint of the global globe, where it would update in real time as more and more countries and, even ODL corridors sign up for, Ripple. I think that would be great. But you guys can still see the global outreach that Ripple does have. The demand for this ecosystem is continuing to grow and grow in terms of a network. But this is something that we should definitely be watching, unfold greatly, especially as ISO 222 is around the corner and things are unfolding within the payment and financial areas. Now, talking about on-demand liquidity, let's talk about a partnership that I've been addressing multiple times, but shout out to Crypto Airy for this. We do see here Tranglo, an XRP on-demand liquidity champion, has a document out there in internet land with this confidentiality statement that I will respect and not share, but I, think, I could say without naming names, there are a whole lot of banks that were at it in March, more than you'd imagine. Now, you guys could easily find this by just simply, searching up Tranglo, statement of confidentiality. I actually read this. It's pretty significant, but we do see Tranglo Group. Tranglo submits this document with the understanding that it will be held in the strictest confidence and will not be disclosed. No parts of this document should be duplicated or used for any purposes other than the evaluation of Tranglo services without the prior written consent of Tranglo. Now, I'm not going to, break this down or anything like that. Like I said, you guys could look this up, but it does mention a few names, and it really kind of breaks down the service that Tranglo is really kind of, why they're utilizing XRP and why they are utilizing RippleNet for their clients. I mean, their clients this is 1,300 banks, guys. Think about it like this, right? The amount of demand just from Tranglo alone is enough to skyrocket the value of not only Ripple with RippleNet, but also XRP through on-demand liquidity. Now, also, I want you guys to understand that, we could see how these companies grow with them, and you could see the demand of just some of these other, companies in general, right? Like 7 million active users instantly. We see down here, this is like through API remittances. Again, make sure to pay attention to some of these clients that they already have, joined up with. I mean, it's pretty significant, especially when we were talking about like the volume. So again, I want you all to pay attention to some of these other names that are linked to Ripple. I know that we're all, aware of some of these other ones like, Santander, Azimo, American Express, stuff like that. But, Tranglo is one that is a key player. Also, so is Finastra. Like Finastra, I think, has like 8,000 plus financial institutions already signed on to its network. Like, these are massive companies. And like I said, definitely look up this article if you guys haven't already, or this document. All you have to do, search up Tranglo, statement of confidentiality. The only reason why I'm not doing it is because similar to Crypto Airy, I'm respecting their statement. So, like I said, go check it out. Now, also, again, talking about on-demand liquidity. This November 2021 report by Goldman Sachs Investment Banking Division overview of digital assets and blockchain identifies Ripple as an opportunity in payments, along with Circle and Coinbase. The graphic keys on RippleNet, not on-demand liquidity / XRP, an important perspective as for the source. Here we have it, right? So here's Circle, here's Ripple, and here's Coinbase. Now, we do see the file I originally found was downloaded as Goldman Sachs PDF, but I have since misspelled the link. Apologies, I found another link to it, paywalled here. But anyways, here we have it, right? You have Circle, you have Coinbase, then you have Ripple. Banks join RippleNet to process cross-border payments in real time with end-to-end tracking and certainty. Again, this is Goldman Sachs, by the way, mentioned this. It's funny that Goldman Sachs is getting in on this because I'm going to break this down real quick after I read this. Available in 55 plus countries across 6 continents, RippleNet makes it easy to connect and transact across a robust network of financial institutions. With RippleNet, financial institutions can expand payment offerings into new markets that are otherwise difficult or expensive to reach. New revenue, lower cost, one integration point, consistent experience. Love to see it, right? You love to see it. Reason why is because, when we are talking about how massive crypto has become, it is way too big to ignore. And it's funny because Goldman Sachs was one of the major, I would say, names that was really trashing crypto going into 2017, 2018, and even leading up to just recently. Then all of a sudden, their entire website gets broken down and, redesigned with their homepage having digitization at the forefront. From cryptocurrencies to the metaverse, explore the megatrends that are reshaping economies. I love the idea that everything is really changing right now. Now we are seeing an ever so clear shift into basically crypto adoption and mass adoption within the major financial institution area. We're talking about Web 3.0. We're talking about the next generation of financial instruments. I mean, really, when we are talking about everything happening within crypto, this really kind of solidifies our position as investment. But also, guess what? It really kind of shows you the future of finance as well and how we are making strides in the idea of massive innovations. I mean, they even see here, Europe's digital economy at a tipping point. It's pretty funny that they are mentioning things like this on their website compared to what they were saying years ago. But we also see Goldman Sachs survey 60% of clients intend to increase their crypto investments. Pretty interesting. Of those expressing enthusiasm about crypto, 32% said they were expected to significantly increase their crypto holdings as well. So, like I said, guys, I would say that crypto is on its way to mass adoption. And the best thing that I could possibly tell you guys right now is that we are so positioned early in this market to the point where we are going to see the big shift in global outreach on not only the financial sector, but also just the retail sector of jumping in and investing in crypto. Like this year alone, we've seen so much updates in terms of retail outreach, from the Super Bowl, from advertisements being pushed day in and day out to massive, the media attention around crypto has ever grown so clearly to me. It's seriously at the tipping point of mass adoption. But we are still extremely early, and I do believe that this market is in its infancy stages still. Now, last but not least, I do just want to mention one last name. So similar to Goldman Sachs, another financial institution that, was really kind of, it's actually like a financial management company that was really trashing crypto as well, BlackRock. So again, $9.46 trillion assets under management. This is part of the latest investor letter sent out by Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. Pay attention to the underlying text. There is no digital asset better designed specifically for this particular use case than XRP. Check this out. This is actually pretty significant simply because I've always said pay attention to the buzzwords around some of these articles. Digital currencies can also help bring down cost of cross-border payments. For example, when, expatriate workers send earnings back to their families. As we see increasing interest from our clients, BlackRock is studying digital currency, stablecoins, and the underlying technologies to understand how they can help us serve our clients. It's pretty interesting that they are talking about cross-border payments because at the end of the day, guess who is really focused on this major shift within the cross-border payment scene? Ripple with XRP. I mean, honestly, like I said, when you are looking at the on-demand liquidity service, check this out. A service that uses the digital asset XRP to source liquidity during, cross-border transactions as an alternative to the traditional systems. Why? Well, think about it like this. All you really need to know is the power behind on-demand liquidity. I've always addressed on-demand liquidity as a massive selling point for any investor looking to really invest in a long-term play. I look at XRP as a massive long-term play. I actually just compared it to Bitcoin the other day. I said, do you ever look back on your investments and think back to like other things in this market? Like, for example, looking back on Bitcoin at $100, comparing it to now. It's absolutely crazy. But think about XRP, right? Like, where is XRP going to be in 5-10 years? Like, the price of XRP is going to be very high, significantly higher than we are now, simply because of a utility-driven market around the corner, a settlement. I mean, things like that are rapidly shifting the idea of value into this market. Now, in terms of on-demand liquidity, I've always said, why will they utilize XRP? Well, it's because of the savings that XRP does offer these financial institutions when paired with RippleNet. Like, you could seriously see not only instant cross-border payment settlement, but it's also the idea of cutting out that pre-funding sort of area, which is massive fees on top of what you are sending. So think about it like this: becoming, the next, network to disrupt the financial sector. I mean, something way bigger than Swift. That takes a ton of technological advancements. Ripple has already built this. It took them over a decade of building, probably more than a decade, because we know that they fully launched in 2012, but it's been building for a very long time. When we are talking about the potential and the power behind XRP paired with RippleNet, we are going to be seeing instant settlement, instant payments, massive fees being saved for these financial institutions of upwards of like 60 to 90%. And then not only that, but liquidity. On-demand liquidity is such a huge selling point, because right now on a day-to-day basis, whenever you slide your debit card, whenever you slide your credit card, you are utilizing pre-funded amounts. And that is exactly why it takes forever for them to settle. That's why, for an example, like my credit card, I just tried to make a payment on my credit card the other day. It took forever for the payment to actually go through. It took forever for the actual, balance to update in real time. Like, things like that should be instant. So when we are talking about XRP with RippleNet, I think that this is a clear-cut and dry winner. Things are rapidly evolving in this space, and I'm here for it. I'm watching things unfold greatly. And honestly, anybody who is watching this video and has watched to this point, give yourself a round of applause, because you are so early in the future asset class of the future 1%. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.